mean, every Wednesday I have the same issue. Every Wednesday I'm here and think like, yeah, what do I do today? It's hard to decide because all these cups are cool.
I'm not gonna play the WarmUp thingy today, but it might be boring because, as I said, also clear vision is probably not there.
Okay, that could be
I mean, it's starting actually now already. When it start earlier.
So here's the new track for this competition to look at. Seems to be more like a drivable track. Let's see. Okay, I didn't see that. But I have to make cars off anyway. The server will be also laggy because we have quite a lot of players. Yeah, apropos laggy. Is that the checkpoint? No. Because I already came from here, but where do we go? Here. There was something down there where I probably have to go. Ooh, happened. Okay, that's interesting. Oh no, I have to stay on it. It's weird though. We are not even getting into this. That's super weird because it's not smooth. I have still the feeling that this is somehow wrong. But how would you make it smooth?
I think if you're faster, it's smooth.
But you can't go that super fast because you will lose the grip. You don't get really up then, I thought.
And usually if you go faster, it should work. Those kind of things. Honestly, looks like kind of cool. Like whenever I played this cup, it's always like the weirdest map ever. With plastic bounces, ice and whatever.
GPS backwards.
Whenever I decide not to play it, it looks like this. Like really fun RPG.
Okay, drift. Outside, jump over the border. Here the GPS is improvable. Aha. Okay, that's really cool. I'm still surprised that he can go so early up without losing completely the grip. Ah yeah. Naja, okay, let's see. I don't know when exactly my card jumps off, when I have to do that little right steering. I mean, I dropped already speed here in the beginning. That might be actually crucial for that second jump as well. Ah! I made a respawn at the start block. Very randomly that works. Okay, I'm not a fan of such a transition here. Because you want to angle the car to the right, but I will be too far right then. Yeah, that's too late. I mean, maybe you don't need to do that alley-oop though. I don't know. I tried so hard to implement an alley-oop in my map for Turbo's Cup. That was tough to get that. Ah, shit. In the end, there was still always an area was still possible. But definitely the alley-oop here looks cleaner. Trying to overjump the penalty as good as possible.
Hey Lars.
Go.
Hab dir einen Link mal send you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I said that earlier. That's what I'm working on.
Okay.
Obviously, it looks shitty right now, but you can add that as a browser source
Yeah, exactly.
to the stream at the top or bottom or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you like some kind of setting so you can change the color.
No, it looks good.
And I just have
a bit
to.
smaller, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, obviously, but you can't change it in the browser source.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but yeah.
Would
I
have
mean,
been
you
first
can't
place.
change that if you because the text is with there, with it coming with it. But yeah.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah.
I mean, if it's somewhat decent, then it's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it more decent than it is right now. I just first have to find a way where I can control how much it has. Instead of going up by 10% every 5 seconds, maybe that's not the smartest thing. But I have to manually control that myself. So
Wait, 132?
yeah,
Wasn't
it just keeps going up by 10 every 10 seconds, Lars. So,
Yeah.
5
Wasn't it?
seconds.
It goes up by 10, and it's 162. Did it start?
Yeah. That's an interesting bug, but hey.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It started with 10, I think.
Why is it 162?
You get what I mean.
Yeah.
That looks good though. I mean, that question that you asked there, I mean, that's a difficult moral question, obviously.
Yeah, but we have to
don't
find an
care,
answer.
obviously.
And I can't be the one making that decision.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously one decision that is better for me, and there's one decision that is better for the others. So, I mean, honestly, for me, it's not too important. I would
Oh,
be fine
what do
with
you mean?
both. Like, as long as it's not completely selling yourself short, then it's fine. Like, I mean, exactly what Kanadi said, kinda.
Yeah, it depends, right?
I mean, see what they say.
I mean,
Gotta wait anyways.
you know, I wish I would be able to. I mean, it really is difficult because it feels also kind of bad when you know. I know that I don't know how much they offered Kai, for example, but it can't have been that much because Kai was really not sure about it. But on the other hand, though, he was pretty unsure about it, mainly also because of all of the hassle of installing stuff back then. But it just feels so weird. Just technically me just saying, yo, by the way, so we are like 5. I mean, how many would we even be right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe even 7 if Chroma also wants to. And in the end, maybe one of us. I mean, we have to find a day where all of us have time, so that might also be an issue. So maybe it's gonna be like, let's say 5. Do you know how much money that is gonna be already?
Yeah.
That is like. And it's, I mean, it's our idea, but they also have to be interested in it, you know? I mean, we can maybe be interested in doing that, but they can be like, yeah, well, that's not the kind of advertisement we're looking for. Sorry, guys.
Second
You
place.
can do the event, but we are not gonna pay. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna find some.
Yeah. Remember how I told you that I made now a business email that I put in, that I could have put it under my Twitch channel?
Yeah.
I just checked it. Obviously, I already got an email by Raid Shadow Legends already. I mean, it's not a surprise.
Malrock
But the
here,
annoying thing is that
can
they
I
don't-
just answer the questions
Yeah.
quickly? Yeah, Malrock is the MROTW server. Stands for MiniRPG of the Week. It's just shortcut. And Plague of the Berry. Is there a watch time command here? I don't know, try it out. You see uptime underneath the stream, of course. And are predictions ever a thing here? Not really, usually. Not yet.
By the way, those questions were asked like 5 minutes ago.
I know that they are long ago, but you were talking.
I wanted to say it as well. And you could do prediction if you want to. Depends, like, it's gotta be interesting as well.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah, maybe you can help me there with a prediction.
But yeah, what I was
Okay.
just saying with those offers, like they only tell you what you would have to do and stuff, but they don't tell you their actual offer. Like they ask me,
Huh?
please tell us, let me know your rate and if the offer sounds interesting. Like I would need to tell them, but
Yeah,
I would
usually
want.
usually they tell you how much they want from you, though.
I mean, the other time that I was asked, I also had to ask what they would pay me.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, Dexter told me earlier that when he got an offer from them, they told him how much it would be, and Granadi as well.
I mean, I got an offer, and if I would ask, I would instantly get it, of course.
I mean, I don't think they asked. At least Dexter probably. At least I don't think Dexter asked. Granadi
Oh,
maybe,
no.
because Granadi even plays the game himself, but
Yeah. I mean,
you know.
Will I ever get an offer?
From
do
Raid
you
Shadow
have a-
Legends,
Ach
if
so,
you
wait,
get like
ach so,
100
yes.
or
I
so.
thought you were talking about Hot Lab League guys.
No.
I mean, that's what I was looking for.
I mean, it could actually already happen, I don't know. But it would be kind of weird right now, maybe. You know? Because, I mean, you could also just... Yeah, but it would be so weird if they make individual offers to everybody then. If we're gonna do it together, that's also weird, you know? Like, what if they don't make Marius an offer because Marius is too small or something like that? So, that's also kind of weird then. You know? I mean, Arma can maybe tell us how much he got, and Kai, they probably got the same offer. And then we can maybe like work with that. Or, I mean, at least that tells tells us something about how much they are willing or how much they can do.
I really don't like that section here. Not sure if I get a slide, a no slide, so bumpy there. Like with that approach I would get a slide if I just go for it. I can only hope that the legs will get better then again towards the end, when there are less people on the server. But that's again quite crazy here.
Doesn't look that bad on stream, but
Yeah,
it's always a difference if you're playing, because if you're playing it flows much more.
I mean, if I make interface on, you definitely. Then I also think you will see it in the stream. I have the frame rate in the top left, what the in-game frame rate tells me. Can try interface on the first round. Naja, anyway, the knockout is starting now, I think, with a no elimination round first again, as usual. Yeah.
I'm, by the way, really surprised that Scrappy is actually playing out of his own interest, I guess, the Heat campaign. Like, how does he do that? The thing is, if he does it for like YouTube or something, the maps are short, so he can make a nice video out of that, but as stream content, or like as fun, I don't know. I mean, I guess Madison had fun in it, and maybe he wants to learn it, I don't know. I mean, Reactor Flight can be interesting, in some ways.
Oh yeah, played here map 08 in the reverse campaign.
Yeah, that one is, yeah.
I had a decent.
What time did you go?
It was 4th or 5th place. No, it was 17 seconds, 0.9 I think.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So do you see the legs now in this round? Interface on is really shit. Like on Sunday there was this Findurance race, which is basically spam weekly. Only happens once a month. And for the first time I was able to participate. And I mean, we know these labs issues. And there were not many players, luckily only like 25 maybe players, I don't know exactly how many, but it was not too full, the server, and it was with that kinda drivable, but the longer the race went, the more laggy it became, and when I made interface on, like the difference between interface on and off was huge. When I made the interface on, I had literally 10 FPS, and even in-game it showed me only 15. I showed it in the end of my VOD on YouTube, when I finished and I was then spectating the others. And incredible how laggy that was. I'm not sure what's wrong with this game, but something is. Someone also then commented, nice PowerPoint presentation in the end. Yeah. I can risk this in the first rounds. I think at least. I hope so. Was there no prediction?
Prediction? Prediction for what?
For this cup here.
Win?
Okay.
Do you want a prediction? We should make a poll if you want, if people want a prediction.
Yeah, 5-5 then. When will be the next Pathfinding Cup? Tomorrow.
Always does this.
What exactly shall it show with watch time? The total watch time since I started streaming?
No, the watch time of the specific person. would show.
Awesome.
But you only have that if you have stream elements enabled, which you don't. I don't have that either.
Haha.
And even if you would turn it on now, it would only count from then on.
Linko wrote fuck and left the server. Didn't see what happened before. Also the start here is tough.
Maybe up. Is it red even? Close like that. But yeah. Because I gotta eat something. Was there anything else to talk about? Did I forget anything? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I told you about that funny thing with the 17th. That's what I noted down to talk.
Yeah. I saw your things. Was interesting. You worded.
What exactly? What?
You were the picture I saw.
Ach so, yeah. Yeah.
At 3 p.m.
Yeah, yesterday you asked with a Ü. Here this. That's out 54.7. Yeah, and I can only say the series Manifest is good. It will also continue, it's not over yet. But I don't know when the next one comes out, the next part of it.
I watched the last Better Call Saul episode then yesterday.
Mm.
I mean, where were you? Season 4 or something? End of season 4?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I think in the pre-last season I was in the middle, but I'm not sure. Maybe also in this third last season, I don't know. I definitely need to watch when they show what happened in the previous seasons. Because it's so long ago. Like the last that I watched was the one that I showed my father, which was sadly not the best episode to show someone who didn't see the rest. Because it was after Mike tried to kill himself and was then saved by Chuck and was then somewhere in a random place where someone tried to make him healthy again.
Did you say saved by Chuck?
No, not how was he called?
Gus.
Gus.
Yeah.
It's always so similar, these names.
Yeah, that's a bit longer for that. That's not the last.
And then the series there, or the episode was quite a bit annoying for my father to watch. Because you don't really understand what's happening with that old man when you don't know him, and even I didn't really understand that fully in that episode, what is happening there, and basically nothing happened. The only interesting thing was with Jimmy and... how was she called? Kim. They had something interesting. But, yeah. There are sometimes episodes that you can show someone, even without any context from before, because you see there is something happening. And you see directly who are the good guys or the guys you cheer for, kind of. But that was not one of them.
Oh. I just see someone writing something. I mean, I don't know the person too much. I mean, some people know it. But I just read something. I'm just annoyed at what that person has just written down. I mean, don't even need to talk about it, but I'm just annoyed talking about the €9 ticket. Basically, I need to say it because I'm annoyed about that. If the €9 ticket was ICE included, it would be huge, but otherwise it was dog shit. You gotta drive with regional trains that often smell like cat piss and take 6 hours for a 1 hour drive. For public transport in the city alone, it was fine, but then again, I go everywhere by car anyway. So, that is such a stupid comment. Holy shit.
Yeah, I can understand.
Where is that written?
Was I saw that in Nevermind chat.
Some people are just stupid. Can't really do anything. I guess.
Imagine 9-euro ticket with everything, with ICE and all. Like,
Yeah.
I would have made so many travels.
Yeah, this is like, imagine that this is completely unfeasible. But then again, like, it depends completely on your combination and everything. And then, like, you still have bus, you still have like all public transport. But then the saying, I use car anyways. Yet, wow, this is so bad.
I mean, you
I
could
don't know,
try to
whatever, I
reason
just-
with him, but I mean, why would you try to reason about that topic in Nevermind Discord? So,
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't
you know-
matter. Anyways, I just was annoyed. I just was annoyed. And
I
I
would
wanted to
be
get it off my
I would
chest.
be annoyed at that as well. It's just, what the fuck am I reading here, mate?
Yeah. Oh, wait, but it's anything else? I mean, yeah, we could maybe ask in the Discord tomorrow. Okay, what's Discord? How we do that then with the things? I can only get my ticket probably tomorrow.
I never knew there's an edge.
Wait, you didn't know?
Yeah,
What?
how would I know? I don't know what's happening with
I mean,
those
it's a
field
ramp.
blocks.
Huh? It's a ramp block.
Yeah, you'd never know what these blocks are, just because items do exist.
I mean, you know that item, I would think. But also, yeah,
But you can wonder
jump
why
makes more
is there...
sense.
I don't know. At least I know it now, without going
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. Okay. And I can understand that.
I mean, you can't see it.
Yeah.
No, it is all black there. I can't see anything. Yeah, but you wouldn't watch it with Cam 7 if you don't expect.
I mean, I meant right now. I mean, there's an edge that you can see. It's kind of gray. I can see that. I mean, it's not easy to see. But if you know that you need to look for it, it's easy to see, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this part and also this weird part where I said that I don't like it with all the bumps, those two are really a bit annoying because of the bumps, or it just feels wrong. Not so smooth. I mean, also the part here in the start, the first drift. That you would like to jump in like a GPS does. Here to the right, but I can't. Because I don't know when my car will jump. Also depends on the angle and everything. It's not so cool.
Did them get your map, by the way, Shorty? Or did he just end
I
stream?
think he gave up, but I didn't watch the end because I was tapping in and out of his stream, and every time I watched for like 2 minutes I got, I mean, annoyed is the wrong word, but I was like, yeah, I'm not enjoying watching this because he was shit talking the map like for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like he really doesn't like the map, like really doesn't like it. Like I don't know why exactly that is, like maybe that's like fully not his style, or maybe he just... I think he kinda expected it would be just a normal, yeah, well, Shorty doesn't hunt his ATs anyway, whatever. Then just, I'm gonna do it this in like 1 hour and done thing, which is clearly not. And if you expect to get something in 1 hour that you need like 6 hours for, or 5, then you're gonna get annoyed at it.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, you
can't-
know, a lot of the map is obviously kinda random, you know, but I mean,
Yeah, I must say that at the start was a bit annoying. It sometimes took really long to get one.
and the start isn't even his problem anymore because he finally is doing the intended way. He gets that like almost more than half of the time. He definitely gets the attempts. He really has issues with the wall jump and the end. I mean, the end I get, but the end is not as the end itself isn't that random. Like, I don't know. Like, at least, you know, getting the plastic bounce reasonably
Yeah.
fast into the finish is like 90% or so.
But getting it fast, the end. I think that felt
Yeah, but
really
he wants AT, Marius.
Yeah, I
you
know, he
know?
doesn't need it
Like,
fast.
the AT isn't good or anything. You just need to survive the end. And for surviving the end, I wouldn't really call it random. Because the plastic bounce itself, yeah, I mean, technically, of course, it is pretty random, but you're always gonna land in the finish, and you're always gonna land in the finish relatively fast. Not even hitting the finish itself is really difficult. Even no matter how you approach it. Unless you don't get the plastic bounce at all, obviously, I mean, but that's your fault. And the wall jump, yeah, I don't know. That one is... I mean, it's annoying because I intended things to be difficult, but... Sadly, a little bit of the difficulty comes with it being, like, really random. I mean, is it random, the wall jump?
I don't know, I didn't play it, but it looked like people got it.
Obvious.
I mean, I think kind
The wall jump?
right?
No.
At some point I had struggled and I got faster and faster with the speed towards it. At the beginning you told me, yeah, you have to steer right, and once I did that, yeah, now I get up. But then I had the speed where when I steered to the right, I was just over jumping it. And consistently. So I had to not steer up anymore, so I didn't press anything. And that could work, but it was then, I never really knew what will happen when I got faster.
But that's fine, though, if you just want the auto time, right? Just need to make it.
Yeah, I mean, the author time's also not that bad. I mean, I had runs, for example, that really, they were really good, but then also the end destroyed it to get author medal, because the end can be just so slow as well, even if you get it.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. Yeah, I think one of the problems for sure why he like really hates it right now is that he just expected to get it like really fast. I think. I don't know. Like, he's really bashing on the map. Like, I think at some point he said, like, also the good old Massa sentence that Massa said in the underwater map. It's funny how short he is the one that really complains about all the track of the days every time, but then he pulls this shit. I feel like that's kind of a little bit outdated to say that, but you know, like, meanwhile he's doing that since 2 hours. At least I stop at some point. Difficult.
So how can I get that start map with the first drift that I actually no-slid now for the last 5 laps? I have actually no clue.
I mean,
should I go over
speed
the
before
edge?
is good if you make the first jump. And maybe just go a bit wider. And it should be always the same. I mean, I don't think you want to jump into it necessarily. Like,
Yeah,
that
if
is
I
not
steer
that
just a bit to
important.
the right and this happens.
I mean, yeah, you would need to go wider before. I
Doesn't
don't think
really,
that's that important. The drift afterwards is more important.
I was once going wider on purpose and also didn't really work out that well.
I mean, like, physics-wise, I would think that it would work. Would make sense.
I mean,
to me
I'm
at least.
fine with a just very safe approach. Probably not attending the drift at all, but then at least getting very good, very fast, as it's also possible. For example, also this line here in the back where I struggled, I decided now to just let my car roll. No using of the brakes, so I know what happens. I just roll into it and it's actually super fast because my exit is very consistent and I win a lot of positions now in the end. Only need to find something for the start as well.
leave for another. I really gotta eat something. So
Alright.
I'll see you. Good
See you.
luck.
Yeah. I'm also gonna go Mario, so I'm working on something for the event, if it happens. See you.
See you. Sometimes I have quite shaky rounds here. Just didn't get around there. Interestingly, in this run, I was far in front in the start, 3rd or 5th, even though I still no-slid it. Probably I just don't need to get it very good. Just jump into it and actually no-slide it. Because the slide's also not easy, I don't know, but it should be faster. Just also that on the, you don't need exit speed, you know, because you have that sausage block. You have to get to the outside of the sausage block to make the transition to the right. But just anyway, the line that is important. Good that I didn't add on my roof here last round. Kinda saw that coming. Where's Turbo, by the way? He was consistently playing this. And now that I start playing it, he's not here. Interesting. Was just leaving the server. Turbo out. 10 seconds to orange. From first, however. Oh no. Ah, that's gonna be tough now. I hate such respawns, you know. Yeah, the respawn was short, but it made it super difficult because I had to steer within that checkpoint, within the respawn. Then I slid off my gamepad as well. Oh, come on. Oh, made it. Oh, look how close, by 400s. And snow is out. Ah, it's not 400, it's actually still changed there in the red positions. Holy moly. 500 set of Pupunks. Ey, that would have been so typical to go out. Because last round, you remember, it was 10 seconds for orange. I'm not so far away because of the short respawn. I was just 7 seconds behind. Could have died. Apropos die. I'm still not safe. It's only 5 seconds though. I think there's still some slower people in the field. Six seconds in the end. It's really mean with that jump. It's really mean. Hazard, is he out? He is out. So we had Snow and Hazard dying, and that both happened when I fucked up. And 3 gravity guys in front. They think they have won it now, but they don't count with me. It's very dangerous, this map, really. Oh, Yannick is not playing today, right? At least I didn't realize him yet. Oof. Good that I fuck up this now, in the round where I didn't fuck up the start already. And Astronaut, is he surviving it? No, he isn't. The next... Oh, there's Yannick. Oh, he is surviving it. Astronaut is through. I thought the next fast guy that just won the previous round is gonna go out, but he is lucky here. Simius, however, was consistently towards top 6, and he is now out. And yeah, Yannick is playing. I think without Yannick we wouldn't get so many players as well. I think he brings some. I didn't think at first that you can go early on up that block and you don't lose any grip. Two gravity guys and danger, but both survive. Yeah, a lot of gravity players. I mean, probably 5. No, 6. 6 of them. I have 15th local, you see on the right side. The FPS are getting better, you see on the top left. It's really getting a lot better, you see it really depends on how many players are on the server. I see that many leave after they go out. Whenever I no-slide a turn, I have better position than when I drift, even though that felt like a decent drift. I mean, maybe at this point you could actually do the aerial. You know? Maybe the alley-oop is now super slow that I do, but I don't really lose positions there. That would speak against it. And I'm driving a .89. And we see 2 gravity guys out. Uso and Eni Beti. But also 2 winning. I'm splitting the top 3 for them. Yeah, I still have some pace in my pocket, in theory. The gap was now not big too bad. Oh! Oh god, that was really fast, but I didn't want to go there. Dexter couldn't understand that sentence. Oh, that was fast. I didn't want to do that. Tell that to Dexter. Naja. I just imagine his comment on that. Astronaut should be out now. Only if maybe the Gravity guys are on voice and let him survive. But also beta tools. Like, we had now 4 Gravity guys going out after I pointed out that we have 6 in. Yanti, M and Exotics still left. Imagine they go out now in the next round. Okay, next one. At this point the cup gets interesting because just surviving is soon not fast enough anymore. You might need to drive also decent times. Interesting that I now lost the position though in that section. I'm also surprised sometimes, like, how was this run? No exotic out, even though it was close. How was this run almost a second behind my PB? And I'm sure that I can still improve my PB as well. But how was I so far behind it? Because there was nothing wrong in this run. Everything felt decent. I'm really really unlucky now. It's unfortunate that I couldn't test again now, or that I didn't do it. If you can do actually the air reveal. Now that I know the line for the alley-oop very consistent, I really wonder if you can do the area and do it much lower, you know, a much lower jump. I didn't really lose. I had no extra interface open in this kind of part. They usually don't want to do it. Lost only 2/10. And I released a bit, I didn't take it perfect. Yeah, but it's a much faster run. Einix is still, and I didn't even realize. Ah, we still have 2 KOs. I also didn't realize that. Yeah, of course. There were still 2 knockouts in this round. Both Gravity guys are in. Yannick's out though. Is it now 1 or 2 in top 5? One player. Good that I drove a good round. Because I was already thinking, yeah, 1 KO now. But that was wrong. Small PB. Didn't really need it this round. But good to know that I have the pace. Yeah, it's completely different, right? I mean, I could make the interface on, it was drivable. For some reason, the amount of players on the server affects my game a lot. I'm not sure if that is the case for everyone or if it's more extreme for me, but I mean, it's definitely extreme in those kind of ranges of FPS. As I expected, there has been a mistake already. I expected it because I wasn't last with my dog shit start. I mean, that was actually a decent time in the end. Wow. Okay. Those two opponents are both kinda fast. Oh, didn't want to do it, but get such a comment for Dexter. Yeah. That was a PP. With that I have a faster PP than Jan. But with that one I was really happy. Oh. GG! Here we go! Another final one here in this cup. Ah. Yeah, I waited with my pace to the end. But 54.3 is difficult. Had a really good ending actually. Even though I knew that I was so far in front and I was actually saving it, it was probably one of my, or actually the best ending I ever had. And I got in those last 2 rounds the drift in the beginning. Suddenly. Really good. But I'm really glad that that the legs improve so heavily towards like during this knockout. It was so much more fun to drive actually in the end. Suddenly I was able to push as well. Nice. It might be that I'm actually the one with the most victories, or at least second place. My Yannick's placed this quite often and already since a long time. So I'm not sure how often he won. But I won it now 3 or 4 times already.